well, we follow this our coordinator now. The living history for junior secondary school, junior secondary school students. That is JH1. Can you see the history book? I just saw somebody saying something on this book, and I don't want to believe it. I don't just want to believe it. After I have to play the video for you now, for you to listen to what this man, somebody said about this book. That this book is introduced for the JH students, for junior secondary students to study. It's a history book. You know, there was a time Nigeria removed history from the school curriculum. Maybe because they don't want some generations to know about the Civil War, or what happened to the Igbos during the Civil War. Eh? It was maybe not beyond it, but now they have reintroduced it. And the shocking thing is that this book now has no Igbo history, has no history of Igbo people inside it. I don't want to believe. Honestly, I've not seen the book. You understand? But I want you to listen to this. I still have to say something on this. You know, a few days back, I made a video, I made a content, and I talked about teaching our children history. That was last week. I made this video as if I knew this thing will come up. I was telling, I was highlighting on the importance of teaching our children our own history. Teach them about African tradition. Teach them about African history. Teach them about Igbo history, Igbo tradition. Before the coming of the white men, after the coming of white men, it's for them to know who they are. That was the reason I made that video. That was last week before I came across this. I don't know if this is actually true. The teachers that are here, I want you to help me confirm that there is no Igbo history inside this. Because actually, I was thinking that it's just a propaganda, it's a fake news and all that. And I had to go and discover actually that this book, this living history, has actually been introduced for the junior students to study. I will come back with another video on this matter, but just listen to what this guy has to say.
You know, Igbos are the most worthless tribe in Nigeria. Yeah, you heard it. Igbos are the most worthless tribe in Nigeria. Get angry all you like, but they are just all mouth and no depth, just mouth. Because if they are not, why should this be happening in Nigeria right now? Why should this be happening? You know how they told us that they removed history from the Nigerian curriculum because they didn't want sentiments, you know, because of the war, the Civil War. But history just got reintroduced to the Nigerian educational system. And guess what? Guess what they put inside here? See, before now, my son came and asked me, I said, Dad, I thought Igbos were the third biggest tribe in Nigeria. I said, yes. He said, how come there is no Igbo in their history book? I was shocked. I took their book and I looked at it. All the history of all the major tribes in Nigeria. We have the Hausa State, Kanuri Empire, Nupe, Igala, Yorubas, Bini Kingdom, Efik, Niger Delta, and Shekiri. No Igbo. For a tribe that has almost 5 to 6 states in Nigeria. No Igbo whatsoever. The painful part of it is that, you see this Efik here? No, I bet, if people want to know vessel, they see this Efik here. Then put them on purpose. It was put here on purpose to let the Igbos know that we know what we are doing and we are worthless. I don't want to talk about the people that wrote the book, Sha. But this is the junior secondary school revised. This is the junior secondary school revised standard edition. JS1. You know, the funny part is that our biggest flex as Igbos is just 2 things. To build houses and paint them white so we can show them every December on Twitter, on social media. And of course, name our children Jewish names. That's the only thing that we know how to do best right now. Because if this is happening, like, we have been erased from our history. Rubbish.